We've all been there before, being stressed out because of school in an effort to juggle everything at once.
Oh, for me, I think the main problem is lack of motivation.
Oh, I think it's finding extra resources. It'll be fun if there's a page with exam papers and also helpful videos.
All learning is ultimately self-learning. With more students shift their attention to academic results and higher levels of personal growth, we see a large proportion of students being overwhelmed by various factors of education. According to CEP, up to 40% of high school students are disengaged from learning, are inattentive, exert little effort, and report being bored and stressed in school and their overall academic result, leading to an unhealthy lifestyle of not knowing how to organize their daily tasks and handling the pressure. Yet, the only solutions available on the market currently only have 1 to 2 main features that will actually benefit students themselves. Currently in the field, we already have big competitors who have niched down to specific areas of needs coming from students. However, they all have one major flaw. These applications only come into play as a third party and support of the main curriculum, rather than operating alongside an established system. Not just that, platforms as such can hardly appeal to what students actually want and enjoy in the status quo. We, the Minions, here at Reigate Grammar School, Vietnam, offer you a solution, a platform that would not only support your learning but also to connect you with other students and elevate your learning experience. We introduce you, Willies!
It's everything a typical student would need, nicely packed within a handy application. With the features offered by Willies, students can be amazed at their own mindset shift. Now learning is no longer linked with daunting or boring, but rather a bright picture.
Some outstanding features that set Willies apart from our competitors are
a calendar incorporated into the platform to help with time management and organization.
Timers that allow students to track their studying sessions as well as manage their breaks.
A community chat open to all students that allows them to connect and discuss certain topics with fellow companions.
While still retaining these fundamentals of a learning support extension, Willie's most prominent aspect that we believe will completely crush our opponent and revolutionize the market is collaboration with school. We will execute this by working in collaboration with the institutions to integrate resources as well as deadlines and gradebooks onto a single platform for students to have an all-in-one application that could actually support them.
As part of the integration, Willies has a built-in reward system where students can earn gifts in the form of tokens, which they can exchange for real-life prizes.
Leveraging the power of AI, Willies will be collecting information from students and sorting them into different house according to their work ethics. On a weekly basis, students will be receiving personalized notes and advice, teaching them about different mindsets and work ethics, which could be really beneficial.
Additionally, our video chat features encourage scholars to grow their network and join study sessions with same-minded fellow students.
Many might wonder if this app is only exclusive to students in schools ready to form connections with Willies, but no, Willies is for all students, so even if their school decides to not join the affiliation program, students are still able to use features offered by our platform.
Entering the market from a different approach, we have eliminated some of the industry's biggest weaknesses.
In this ERRC graph, Willies have shown that we are able to eliminate the main feature that is making study apps much less affordable, any payments needed for students to gain access to the application. We believe that instead of having to pay for education, they should be able to gain access quickly and easily to tools that would support them.
Willies are also able to raise students' independence in their learning through providing full-time access to ready-made materials. Now, no longer limited to their time on campus, students can gain access to the huge digital library of subjects, and the best thing about it, the total freedom to look ahead to the areas that catches their interest, all of which sums down to providing the learners the freedom to feed their innate curiosity.
By having Willies on the market will reduce number of apps needed for students to study, as the program captures all the demands from students. Now, instead of having multiple separate apps that will cause inconvenience moving back and forth, Willies stand out by having all the useful features incorporated inside a synchronized system. Next up is the customer graph. For our current market, we look at students who are willing to pay for the apps. For Tier 1, there are schools and students that are interested in affiliating with apps, but also seeking for free apps or affordable costs. For Tier 2, there are parents and students who find the app unhelpful. Lastly, the unexplored customers, who are students with no access to the internet or even adults, as they would unlikely use educational apps. However, we believe as Willies develop, we'll not only have students but expand into having courses for adults as well.
In a time post-pandemic, students were and are becoming more dependent on online learning, shifting a lot of their education towards being more remote. According to stats in 2021, 75% of schools shifted into online learning in one way or another, bringing huge revenue to various studying apps having hundreds of millions of users. We estimate the number of at least 80 million potential customers we could reach in this market, and as we stated before, after the app is widely used by students, we'll further expand our potential customers to adults and raising up to over 100 million more customers.
It is time to shape the new paradigm of online education with Willies.
Willies, willing to live, willing to learn.